Hey, welcome back, everybody. So, back for another episode here behind the scenes. It's what I like to call assignment day. Not everything we do is breaking news. We do general assignments for one of our clients as well. We will go out to do press conferences, fun-loving activities. We call fluff stories. Not necessarily the breaking news, not the hard news, not the exciting stuff all the time, but it's still news. It's still what is covered and shows what is going on throughout the communities and whatnot. So today we're covering two assignments back to back. And even though they're not breaking news, we got to move a little bit to get between point A to point B today. Both assignments start at the same time, and both need to be accomplished by a certain time. So the one's a press conference, which is the first one we're going to. So we're going to do the press conference, and then we're going to, after the press conference, we're going to head out and we're going to head to the second shoot, which is more of a fun-loving activity, I guess you could say. So that's where we kind of stand with this. So real quick here, we got a little bit of time before we got to go into our shoot. Keep an eye on the time here. Hang on one second. Not much time, actually. Some time. So I'm going to show you some new equipment we got. So, some new equipment we got. We got new equipment for blogging. Basically, this thing goes around my neck. And then what happens is the camera attaches to here. This goes around my neck. And then what it does is it makes it so that you see what I see. So just kind of like hang down my chest here, and then whatever I move, you were to see it, and it's going to move with it. So it kind of goes on like this around my neck, and it kind of hangs here, and then you'll see everything. We got a couple other gadgets that came with that, but that's probably going to be the primary one we use. Not using it today. We're going to use that in the near future here. So that's kind of the new equipment we have here. I'm actually sliding a piece of it onto the camera right now, onto the blogging camera. That's why it's moving. But yeah, that's kind of some new equipment we have. It's going to be make some interesting angles. It'll be able to move the camera. We're also working on getting a small little camera that's less intrusive than this, than the blogging camera, so that you'll be able to use that for point of view images, stuff like that. So with that said, I got about 19 minutes before we got to be inside for the press conference. So before we do that, I want to do a quick drone flight. I want to first make sure I'm by the right building. While we were away, they had a major fire down here in Bethlehem, and the building burned. It's pretty close to where we're at here. I just want to make sure I'm at the right spot. Yes, I am. So it's going to be a short flight. So we're going to do a quick flight and do a quick damage assessment flight, showing the damage from the fire. So that's where we are right now. So we're gonna kick this off real quick, get the drone up, get that ready to go, and then we'll be right back. All right, drone's on top of the truck. We're gonna go up. This could be a quick flight.
Home point updated.
Let's do this real quick here. I'll show some of the still photos we took when we put this. You know, you make sure you guys are seeing some. There's a couple still photos we took there, and it basically just shows they're already starting to do the work, repair work actually. So that's actually pretty impressive. Okay. Alright, so we'll put the drone back away here. We're going to pull the pictures off real fast, and then we're going to shut it all down, and then we're going to go into our assignment. So, yeah, that's where we sit right now. Usually I open up the back hatch, not the side door, but all the gears are on the side door right now, so we're just kind of having it here. So right now we're just kind of pulling the images off. Well, that's pulling off. We're going to get the camera out, and we're going to head into our assignment. So, got everything shut down now. Really gotta stop forgetting the keys. Just kidding. Alright, so we're heading over to our assignment. So we're over at Steel Stacks, again, it's a press conference. They're announcing the bands that are going to be playing at Music Fest this year. Remember, we go back, we did behind the scenes of Music Fest last year on the different concerts we covered and whatnot. So, but yeah. So we're going to walk over to this press conference. We're going to stay here for about like 15, 20 minutes, give or take some, shoot some of what we can of it. And then after that, we got to move it over to about a 20-minute drive to our next assignment. So we'll bring it back. Maybe we'll pop it up a little bit while we're filming here and see what we see. But talk to you between trips. Well, now the fun part here. Every time we do these, we do multiple assignments, getting from assignment 1 to assignment 2. So assignment 1's done. Again, it was high school students from Freedom and Liberty. They have a marketing class. Both of them have marketing classes that they had to book bands for Music Fest, which actually it's kind of cool. So they booked some band bookings for Music Fest. One school went straight up with it. They went and found bands and hired them out and everything like that. The art school, they hired out some bands, and they also had a contest, which that was pretty neat to see. The fact that they had a contest and a student won it, and he's gonna get to perform at Music Fest, which is a pretty big deal in this area. So Music Fest, so getting to perform at Music Fest as a high school student, yeah, I can't think of a better thing for that kid if he wants to get into music. You know, he's gonna be definitely something that people are going to be watching for him in the future. So he did a little performance here today, you know, kick things off. So yeah, pretty much that. So now we're heading over to our next assignment. Again, it's like it's a fluffy story. It's a feel good, you know, story. I think it sounds like just kids out wanting some water. I can't go wrong with that. Kids and water. Now, it's a warm day out, so it's a nice day. At least they got a nice day compared to the last couple of days. We've had some pretty bad storms around here and stuff like that. So, yeah, but we're on the way over to that and go from there. You know, so we will bring you back on the way, and we're gonna work on some things here and have some more announcements later on. But yeah, we'll bring it back home once we get over that way, that area, or during our travels here. So the fun part about going to anything, anytime, anywhere, where it's breaking news, assignments, you know, it don't matter, is traffic. Oh, Route 22, I hate you. This highway is, it's more of a byway. I wouldn't even call it a highway. It's more of a byway. It's just, traffic here is usually horrible. Today's no different. Absolutely atrocious traffic right now. But it is what it is. What I need to use to get to point A to point B as quickly as possible. And so yeah, so we're traveling along Route 22. We're trying to get over to the next time, which is out by Cedar Crest College. But this is the Lehigh Valley. Lehigh Valley, whether you're covering breaking news, regular news, it don't matter. You're going to be sitting in traffic at some point. It's just how it is. So, but you know, hey, I guess if it wasn't for the traffic, you know, we wouldn't have other news to cover because of it. So I guess I can't complain too much. But we are on the way though. We're moving along here, and then we're heading up to our, like I say, second assignment for the day. Don't know if we'll get any more. Who knows? Maybe get some breaking news today. Our availability is pretty good today, so we'll see what happens. But it's just we make it what we can. So I took some pictures of that. I'm starting to do repairs on the 510 flats. You know, put the drone out, get some shots there. You know, that's up on our Facebook page. You know, so everything like that. We don't generally post the assignments we do, just because you know, not always something that people are always interested in. So we don't always post assignments we do on Facebook. We will post them every now and then, just to keep the Facebook current. But we don't. Yeah, it's not something we generally typically do a lot of, posting the assignments on Facebook. You know, people come to our page for the hard news, the breaking news, the accidents, the fires, you know, stuff like that. They want to know what's going on in their communities. Even though this is something going on in the community with the assignments we do. Again, you know, it's just not something people want to. They don't flip to it for. You know, it's something. You know, it is what it is. But we will highlight sometimes when we go to something, depending on what it is. But again, not always. So you know. But yeah, you know, you're something hopping on in your community and you want to see what's going on, hop over to our page. You know, I got myself, I'm out there constantly as much as I can. Lately, it's been kind of hit or miss for me. You know, I do work a full-time job. Won't really talk about that too much because, you know, we just can't. But I do work a full-time job. And, you know, then I got family. You know, my family, my daughter's in college and right now softball season, so I'm traveling a lot to watch her play ball. And but she comes home after next week. Her school's, you know, I got one more week of softball for her school. Her school's participating in the Small College World Series. They qualified for that, so we'll see how they do there. And then after that, I'm gonna be home a lot. So. We'll be back to bring you all the action, trust me. You can tune in here for the action. You don't have to go anywhere else, just come here. We'll have it for you. We also have a couple contributors that do work for us, work with us. And then obviously if we get any good viewer video to photos or anything like that, we'll gladly share them with credit to whoever shot the picture. Look on our Facebook page from the 510 Flats Fire. We have an awesome, I don't want to say awesome, but it's a really impressive picture. When the fire was burning, pretty much arrival of the fire department, when they were still getting their stuff set up to make an aggressive attack on it, and somebody snapped a really impressive picture, and we got the permission from the owner of the photo to share it, and we shared it. So that's just how it goes. But yep, traveling here though, we're on the way to the next shoot. Still on 22 traffic. It's not as bad as it was. We're moving. So, bring us back in a little while. Okay, so we're done with that now. Second assignment's done. So now we're just gonna put the video into the phone, get the video sent to FMZ, and then yeah, that's gonna be that. I mean, that's a wrap. So 2 assignments knocked out. Did a little bit of drone flying, and that's pretty much how our day went today. You see, we just drop everything on here so we can send it. Typically, we do any shoot, drop it, send it, get it out of here, get it off our plate, and then we're good to go. But so that's it now. I mean, unless they give us another assignment to do later on today, which they probably won't. Usually they call us once and everything's a one-shot wonder, and then go from there. But if we get anything in breaking news, obviously we'll be on that. But yeah, as far as assignment day goes, we do assignments more than just once. I mean, we do them quite frequently. So we did an assignment yesterday morning, doing another one, obviously these two today. We'll see what they call us for tomorrow, if they call us for anything tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we do them when we can. We do turn some assignments down. We can't do them for some reason or another, timing wise or whatever case may be. So we will turn assignments down sometimes, but for the most part, we try to do them as best we can, because we kind of help them, they help us, type deal sometimes, and go from there. So, but that's that. That's what it's doing. Assignments are. It's no thrills. It's not the big breaking news. It's not the hard stuff. It's not the it's kind of fluffy stuff, and happy-go-lucky, and nice community events and stuff like that. So that's where that stands. So we're done. So that's another episode here of Behind the Scenes. And make sure you click the subscribe button. If you're not subscribing, if you're just catching us and you haven't subscribed to our page yet, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Help support us. You want to file in for our subscriptions. Again, any little bit helps. And we're always trying to find different ways to make these behind the scenes better, to show you more of what we're doing. Right now, sometimes it's a little bit of talk, a lot of talk in between some things. We don't always get to show you us filming, because it's just trying to get everything set up. Sometimes when we're in a rush, it's kind of hard, and you gotta, like the last event we just did, you gotta watch what you're taking pictures of, who you're taking pictures of, and stuff like that, because some kid, it's kids involving kids, you can't always have their photos. So very careful and deliberate in how what we're doing, so I can't really always be filming the filming, if you guys know what I mean. So we're trying to find different ways of being able to capture the behind the scenes for you. That's not very intrusive. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing the way we're doing right now. Our numbers seem to go up every time we throw an episode up, so it means more people are watching, more people are catching on to it. So we're happy about that. We'll go from there. So also, we're thinking of some different things, and we want to throw some different ideas out there for people, like do like different vlogs on different things. We're kind of, so what do you guys, as our followers, what would you like to see us talk about? Where would you like to see us go? Looking for a place to go for the summer, as far as a behind the scenes trip. Last year we did Detroit. Where would you like to see some action from? Go back to Detroit again. Do we want to go to Baltimore City, Chicago? You guys tell us, where would you like to see action from? We've been to Baltimore, we've been to Philadelphia, we've been to New York, we've been to Detroit, we've been all over the place, and we've filmed different things from different areas. But where would you like to see us go and do a large behind the scenes like we did for Detroit? Like it was like an hour long, multi-day thing. Shoot out there, let us know. But in the meantime, subscribe. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, follow us, like, comment, all that helps. We'll get our views up, helps us with raising the money that we need to raise to be able to do all this, because gas is not cheap, folks. Getting around is not cheap sometimes. When we go to places, stay in hotels, they're not cheap. So we want to do more to show our audience more, but in the meantime we need to make sure we're refunding those, not refunding, but recouping some of those funds so that we can continue to go out there. So you want to donate, you know, join a subscription program. That's great. Go to our Facebook page, follow our Facebook page. Every time you like, comment, or share something on our Facebook page, that goes towards some money towards it. You know, a little bit of money towards us. You know, not a lot, but it's a little bit. So, and obviously, all the views we get on our YouTube page help too. So, that's it for another behind the scenes. Talk to you all later. Have a good one. Goodbye.